The Price of Fame. My name is Lunga Tshuka and I'll be your host. So, The Price of Fame is a podcast that focuses on the real stories about the journey to success, from a moment of realization of one's gift or purpose. And in these conversations, we aim to shed the light on the sacrifices, the hardships, and the mindsets our guests have to overcome to achieve the current position in their career. And these are their stories. Tonight's guest, ladies and gentlemen, is originally from Paarl, but her music has reached all over South Africa. With a music career starting professionally, kicking off in 2016, I'm sure you're familiar with some of her hits like Sunrise. And in 2018, she won an award at the Dance Music Awards South Africa in the EDM Record of the Year category for her famous hit that we all know, You and Me. Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, please welcome to the screen the very beautiful and talented Amy Jones. Yeah.
Hello. Thank you for having me, Lunga.
Woohoo! Thank you for being a guest on The Price of Fame. How are you doing?
Pleasure. I'm very well, and yourself?
I'm very well, thank you so much, man. That smile says it all. You just keep that
Uh,
smile, right? We'll be happy. Even if you don't have a smile.
yeah, I gotta remember that.
Yeah, awesome stuff, Amy. So please tell us, how has 2021 been for you? I mean, it's been a crazy year. We thought that 2020 was crazy. And then, I mean, the industry started to look a bit different for us. But there's so much
Yeah,
other things that's happening, even with this past few days now, all this craziness. Please tell me, for you, how has 2021 been treating you so far?
2021 has been really blessed. Like despite where we at still. Like I feel like it's a repeat of last year and some more added things to it, but I'm still saying that this year so far has been blessed for me, and
Absolutely.
I'm thankful, and I'm very, very excited still for what's to come. I think the country in itself can only get better from where it's at now. So
Yeah, yeah. I believe you've been working on some new material as well. That is coming out
yes,
pretty soon. Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah. That, you
I mean,
didn't
it
mention,
actually
mention
it,
that.
it came out. It came out last week Friday on the 9th of
Okay,
July. Yeah,
okay,
so it's
okay.
out, and the feedback has been amazing so far. So I'm pretty excited about this one.
Absolutely. Wow. Look at you all grinding while the drums are going and the arrows are going all over the people throwing stones and you just writing there and I'm coming up with music. Nah, appreciate that. Appreciate that. So
Thank you.
listen, um, the first time I saw you, on a huge platform or just heard of Amy Jones, the first time that I've been brought to my attention who Amy Jones is was in 2013 when I think I saw you on Idols doing the audition there.
Yes, 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 yes.
Now, I know that's not when you started singing. So please take
Yeah,
us to the beginning when it all started for you, when you actually started to, when you grabbed the mic and you're like, you know what, this is something that I actually want to do. And this is who I am. I'm a singer. Can you take us back to that moment, the age, and when you all started singing, when it became something real for you? Can you like explain, paint the picture for us how it all started?
yeah, definitely. So I attended a school here in Paarl, and I used to love Britney Spears at the time. And I remember that there was a student that would come, and I used to love seeing the students come to our class and teach. I used to love that. I don't know why, but I loved it. And
Yeah.
then one morning, I just decided to show the student teacher that I can dance and I can also sing. And then
Okay.
the next thing, I saw myself in the staff room singing and dancing for all the staff. And then
Okay.
they moved me from well, I wasn't in the choir then, but then I was in pre-primary, so I was like a year before grade one, so I was five, six. Then they moved me to the choir, and you were only supposed to be in grade one then, so I was like, yeah, I was the youngest in the choir. They moved me to the
Mhm.
choir, and I sang there, and I used to also watch the movie Grease.
Yeah.
And every day, literally on repeat every day. That time it was still the tape. So I would put in the tape. After school, I would watch the movie, sing along with the remote in my hand, standing on the couches. But then I thought I was singing, but I was obviously not singing, probably shouting. And I would do that till my mom would get back from work. And yeah, that's where I like literally knew that I love singing, and it would just take me to this space of just happy. And yeah.
Yeah, that's so amazing. Do you think the gift of singing came with you, does it run somewhere in the family? Like your uncle used to sing, or auntie, or your mom even? Does it run somewhere?
Yeah,
Do you think maybe?
my both my parents sing, but my mom actually is the one who like helped me with my state fits and would help me with my lines or notes and things like that. So I definitely do get the singing gene from her, I think.
Yeah, but you're probably the one who took it the furthest, or is taking it the furthest.
Yes, yeah.
It's
Somehow.
amazing.
Yeah.
It's also. Do you have any other siblings with you as well?
I do. I have an older brother and sister, and then I have two younger sisters. Yeah.
Okay. What are their vibes like?
They're cool, hey. They also want to just, I'm all about dreaming big. So my two little sisters are just wanting to dream big, and I just encourage that all the time. And
Yeah.
both my brother and sister, my older brother and sister, they used to be in the choir, but they don't sing at all now. So, and my brother doesn't like musicals at all due to
Yeah.
my overperformance of Greece at the age of 6 years old.
Yeah. Look, here's something funny though. I never used to love musicals because I used to get annoyed with the fact that, I mean, I'm watching this movie, then all of a sudden this girl will go, I don't know what is going on. Then some other postman is like, I also don't know what's going on. And then the dog is doing backflips, is everyone doing backflips. The whole town is singing. I'm like, no, man. I feel like they're taking me for a joke, because I was like really invested in that emotion, what's happening now. And then they sing about it. I was like, feel like it's a joke. So I didn't like musicals for the longest time. But Greece was something that I really fell in love with. That's when I actually started to appreciate the art of because Greece, like you, I used to watch it over and over. I never owned a copy, but my neighbor had a copy, and I used to go there every day when we go around. We'd watch it. Some loving fast. Oh, I
Yes,
love
eh?
Greece.
And
Yeah,
hopelessly
yeah,
devoted. That was my best part. Hopelessly devoted. Then I would feel sad. I don't even know why. But at the time, I didn't
yeah.
even know what he was singing about. But I just
Yes.
acted
You don't even
it
know
all
what it
out.
means. What's even devoted? What does it mean to be hopelessly devoted to you? I
I
never
know,
knew,
at
but
the
I'm
age of like 6. What does
back.
it even mean?
There's all that I have since you
Oh, you want me to
continue.
sing?
Yeah. All right, let's start it. Let's try
I
this one
missed
more time.
that one. I missed it.
But now there's all that I have since you pushed my
Push
love
my love
aside.
aside, out of my head, hopelessly devoted to you, hopelessly devoted to
You.
you. I didn't sound like this when I was 6.
Thank you for that, Amy. Thank you for that. I'm sorry for putting you on the spot, but we just needed. We had to. We
It
had
is
to.
not a problem.
So, like you said, you're the only one who like basically took it like far. So you've obviously
Yeah.
made some steps that some of your people like in the household and some of your friends haven't made in music. So you're probably like a trailblazer and you needed to like pave your own way. So did you have any challenges with trying to like make a name for yourself and trying to get gigs and just to move around and actually just to like grind as a singer? Do you have any challenge? Did you have any challenges in the beginning of your career? I know you came from
Yeah.
like you were originally from Paarl. Did you
Yeah.
have anything going there in Paarl, or did you have to travel mostly outside to get things going?
Well, when I came from idols, I was quite devastated that I didn't make it as far as I wanted to go. Um,
Mm-hmm.
but I have to say it was challenges that I faced. Was having to travel from Paarl to Cape Town. But I don't like when I think of a challenge, I always see of like I overcame those challenges. But
Yeah.
for me, it was just to sing alive and have people hear me sing more and more and more. And that was only like happening in Cape Town and Paarl. We have a few places where you can go, but it's also
Mm.
very limited. But
Yeah.
I'm thankful that I still got opportunities like the Festival of Lights in Paarl, then they would ask me, Amy, do you want to perform? Then I'm there with my guitar. And even though it's just for 3 songs or 1 song, then I
Yeah.
just give it my best. So I try to make the most of every opportunity. But
Yeah.
challenges that came, I really just, I overcame them. I can't even like really think of like a heavy challenge. But
Yeah.
I think it's just having your music be heard by people. And
Yeah.
and the question is also like when do people start taking you as a musician seriously? I don't know when that happens, but I think
Yeah.
it's an ongoing process and an ongoing process of never giving up until the day where people are like, oh my word, okay, no, this girl is really serious about what she's doing. I
Yeah.
think that was the toughest the toughest thing was for people
Yeah.
just to take me serious as an artist, as a songwriter. And it took years. Those who know me and who's walked with this journey with me would know it took some time to be where I am now, but
Yeah.
I'm grateful for everything that has happened because I wouldn't be who I am today. So
Absolutely. Yes, yes, yes.
yeah,
I mean, it's steps that we take that molds us, and gives us character to that who we are today, as the lessons that we learn along the journey. And this is what the price of fame is about, about the
yeah,
journey, because that's
yeah.
where the
Like
lesson.
yeah, like I remember my opportunity that I got really like outside of idols now, where people were like, oh my word, okay, who's this Amy Jones, was dear friends who's they dear friends now, but at the time they were like, oh my word, I was like, yo, I can't believe it, like Mikasa, Jay something,
Yeah,
they actually allowed a platform for me to just sing, and I
yeah,
remember the show at the Grand Africa Cafe,
mhm,
and it was the album launch and they needed this opener and they asked me to be their opener, and that was
awesome.
one of the best shows I've ever had. And ever since
Yeah,
then I think things just turned around because then people start taking you serious and be like,
yeah.
wow, okay, this girl means business. So yeah.
No, now listen, as an artist, um, how do I put this? Like there's just performing freely, and then there's competitions, right? For me personally, I don't like competing, so I really enter like comedy competitions. Back in the day, I tried it once just to like I have an experience, I think once or twice, but I don't like
Yeah.
competing. When it comes to anything, if I'm gonna beatbox or I'm gonna do some dancing, I don't like competing. I like showcasing a lot more because
Yeah.
I don't know, there's too much pressure when it's come to competing and I don't hit the mark and I'm just hard on myself and I'm judging other people. And so I
Yeah.
prefer other to perform rather than compete. But you've put yourself through a huge competition like Idols. Please tell me like what pushed you to enter Idols and like how was that experience for you? Are you also someone who prefers performing or do you like the challenge every now and then?
You know, to enter idols was like also like a childhood dream of mine. I remember when not Karen, it was Anke, and I think her name was Putsaletso. They were in the finals together. I'm not sure. But I remember being small, and then I took my mom's phone and I voted and I voted. I used to watch idols every year, and that was
Yeah,
just a thing for me. I literally, while I was watching other people on TV, I saw myself, entering this competition, being on that stage. And I don't know if I saw myself winning it, but I just remember seeing myself being on the stage, and that's all I wanted. And I entered the competition 4 times because I was so adamant, and I just have the spirit of never giving up. And
yeah,
I went the fourth time, and my family members were like, Amy, you're wasting your time. Why are you doing this? Why? And I just said, I'm just gonna keep on trying. You never know. And
mm,
that year was just the year of like breakthrough, where I went to Sun City. Then after Sun City, I went into the live shows. And
yes,
I'm really not one for competitions because I feel that there's for everybody under the sun,
yeah,
and maybe my time is not when it's your time, but we have
yes,
to
yeah,
give each other the room and the space to be in the
yeah.
sun and not to like throw shade. So I was just like, I remember being in the competition and I was like, oh my god, you did so well, and being genuine about it. So
Yeah,
my heart has always been for others and not to compete. So I'm not into the whole competitiveness, but it is quite daunting because I saw a side to the entertainment business that was like, wow, you know. But I
Yeah,
learned a lot, and I was 20 at the time, and I'm
yeah,
28 now. So yeah, you learn as you grow.
yeah. Let's speak about that moment where you were like, wow, okay, this is not what I expect. This is not what
Yeah,
they show on. This is not what I've heard from other people or whatever looking into the entertainment industry. Obviously, it was a huge shocker for you. Please describe to us for those who have no idea what that is actually like. Please, can you paint a picture like what what was the moment that actually gave you that shocker and like who like was there people also who did things to you like in a certain who spoke to you in a certain way? Like, I don't know, just throw shade or just like the jealousy and all of that stuff. Can you please like describe what is like the bad side that actually gave you a shocker
yeah,
that kind of like made you think, okay, I need to be smart about my next moves and
yeah.
how I push forward with my career now. Can you please describe what that moment was like and what caused that moment?
I think for me, when I went further into the competition, you know, the more I saw how so many of us, we there's a good saying, and I love the saying of how we prostitute ourselves. We change ourselves for something that we think is good at the time, or it's something that we need at the time. So we change or we lose something valuable of ourselves, be it a
Yeah,
characteristic, be it a personality, or something about us.
like selling your
um
soul,
but,
kind of.
but yeah, yes, and I saw a lot of that, you know. And I was just like, I'm not willing to give up something about me that I love, you know,
Yeah,
for a title or for that 1 minute extra on TV, or you know, it's just not, it wasn't worth it for me. So I stood on what I believe in, you know, and I still believe in. And yeah.
no, that's dope, man. And like, did you have any like moment in your career where you actually felt like, apart from that, but like any moment where you like while you were going through your career and you felt just like, you know what, this is all a bit too heavy for me right now. I can't do this. I just want to be myself. I just want to go back home and I don't want to answer to anyone. I just want to be Amy for myself. Did you ever have a moment like that in your career? And can you please share with us what actually brought you out of that and brought you strength and gave you strength?
No, I don't think I've ever had that moment where I just wanna come back home. I just remember um when I was on Idols, you know, and it's a season of my life that had to happen. But how people were judging me because I was in a platform, you know, where people could say whatever they want to say, you know, and after my elimination when I didn't make the top 10, people then commented to say that, you know, this and that, and I was like, but this person that they don't even really know me, but they could
Yeah,
just say what they wanted to say. And I think at that time I realized people will always just say what they
yeah,
want. It's only their opinion. But I don't have to allow that to change who I am, you know. So I always focus on the 95% that's positive, and I
yeah,
just forget about the 5% that's negative. And I've ever since then I've always been like that. That's what I live by. Yeah.
yeah. And you come across as someone who's like who walks with the light, you know, and always trying to bring positivity to people and in the room and all of that. And I'm sure someone like you is first to notice when you see something like shady and dark, you know, in the industry. Have you experienced anything like that where it actually like kind of shook your spirit and you're like, you know, I feel very uncomfortable in this meeting or I feel very uncomfortable at this gig right now? Did you have any of those experiences in your journey?
Yes, I've had that before. I'm trying to think when last I was like at a live event performance, but yeah, I've
Yeah,
had that before, you know. And then at the time, then I just like I would pray, like, you know,
yeah,
sign me for whoever at the time. So
yeah.
yeah.
But you haven't seen anything shady, you know, like because what I'm actually trying to pick on is, you know, when people's like, yeah, you know, the music industry, and then there's like the Illuminati, and then they do rituals over the music and stuff like. Have you heard, experienced any crazy like experience
Oh
like that where people are actually like chanting over something or just having a weird ritual,
no,
like this is what we do
no,
before we.
oh no, I haven't. No, no. Hopefully never, but no.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, no, no. I'm not like you. I know you won't get yourself into that. I'm just hearing
Yeah,
like
yeah.
stories I heard from other rappers or other singers. Like, yo, bro, you should have seen what happened at that one studio. Or this person does this before you goes into the studio. You always hear these
Yeah, no,
crazy.
I haven't. No, I haven't seen that.
Yeah. And through your journey, have you had any mentors that have kind of like guided you and helped you along the way that have maybe walked with you, or just like, or have you been like just paving your own way and trying to figure things out by yourself?
Um, I've just been paving my own way and trying to figure it out, as I go. But I think when you have an amazing team behind you, I have an incredible manager behind me and an amazing design team, who's been with me since day one. A makeup artist who's sometimes a stylist as well. And I think if you have a great support system, family also that's behind you, supporting you, friends who genuinely support you, who comes to every single show,
Yeah,
who listens to your songs before it's even out on the radio, and they give their honest opinion. If they tell me, Amy, I don't like this, or Amy, maybe try and fix this, that's what I do before songs go out on radio. Um,
yeah.
and I genuinely think that those are the people who helped me. They're still helping me pave my own way. So yeah, I think it's a whole team effort.
What's up? Is there perhaps a genre of music that you love that people will be like, what? You actually listen to that? That you think people will actually be shocked if they heard that you're actually into it? For example, like I love every now and then listening to Cuban music, and a lot of people probably
Oh,
think that I'm into hip hop music. I'm always listening to rap music, but I'll
yeah.
actually support some Cuban music. I have some Adele on my phone too, eh? So hey, don't
Okay.
come judge. Is there any
Cool.
kind of genres of music that you feel that people will actually be shocked to hear that Amy actually listens to System of a Down? It's heavy metal rock?
I don't know. I don't know. Like I love worship music. So when I
Yeah,
gym, I listen to worship. I
cool.
don't listen to like, pumped up music.
Yeah,
I listen to worship music when I gym. And sometimes house, yeah, and sometimes like dance music. I don't know, there's nothing that's like out of the ordinary, so I don't think people
yeah.
will be surprised. I don't know. Yeah.
Okay, okay, okay. You ain't got no dirty closets and be like, what, actually, you,
No.
are you sure?
Yes. I like I use that as an effect. That's cool. Sipping the tea. Nice one.
I'm with you. All right, Amy, can you please share with us some of your most, okay, let's do first some of the worst moments that music has introduced you to, your three worst experiences, and then you share some of your most amazing experiences that music has introduced you to. Like you said, like earlier on, you mentioned that you've got friends like Jay something, like really good people in the industry, and it's like
Yeah.
it's broaden your brand and your existence, so that's really a cool thing. But are there three amazing experiences that you actually keep in your heart and be like, you know what, I will never forget this, and this is something that made me, or this is something that pushed me? And
Yeah.
is there three moments where you'd be like, whoo, I would never ever want to relive that ever again?
Okay,
Let's
let
start with
me
the worst, and then we
yeah, let
lift
me
it up.
start with the worst. Oh, I have some like funny and embarrassing moments also.
Ah, let's go. It's just you and I.
So
There's no one else.
yeah, yeah. So I remember when I was in matric that year, I think. No, I lie. I'm not sure, but I was in high school, and I was part of the choir and the South African Youth Choir, and we would do the Skouspel. Don't know if you know the Skouspel. They don't do it anymore, I think, but it used to be this big Afrikaans show at Sun City, and then also at the Grand Arena. So we were 24 that were picked for the show in Sun City, and then we were 12 girls and 12 boys. And there was a scene where we were with Kurt Darren,
Yeah.
and all of the girls were in long dresses, and then we had to walk up the stairs, right? But I was so excited, I think I ran. Anyways, as I was running, I tripped. I tripped over my dress, and I stood up I think how I fell, and it was one motion. I literally stood up so fast, and like obviously my friends saw and they were laughing, but that was very embarrassing. So that's something that I would never want to put myself through again.
Yeah.
Uh, then let me think. So many though. Gosh, that you'll laugh at. Ooh, I sang at a festival. I'm not gonna say where I sang, but it was my very first festival. Wasn't in Cape Town though, so you'll never guess. It was in Cape Town.
Okay.
And I didn't know at the time that when you're at a festival and there's lots of students and all that, you don't really ask people to come on stage. You don't give that open invitation. So
When do you
I
ever
didn't
do it?
know. I didn't know. I think you learn, and I learned that. And I gave that invitation out on the mic, and there was just lots of people coming onto the stage. But we all had fun in the end, but I'll never do that again. And the
Yeah.
third one, let me think. Third one. Oh, ooh, yeah, my third one was when I was on espresso for the very first time. These are all like it's not really bad, but I think it's just more funny. Um,
Yeah. Yeah.
but
Yeah.
I was an espresso for the very first time, and I didn't know where to go, where to be. And Leanne was still on the show, so it was Leanne and Katlego was also still on the show, and they were busy
Yeah.
doing news, right? Then I thought I was also supposed to be there, and before going live, they were like, "Amy, get out of the frame." It was so funny. It was really, really
That
funny.
is
And
funny.
yeah, and that same day, yeah, the same morning on the show, Leanne, we there was a link that Leanne would now go to me. At that time, I didn't know what the link was. Right, my first time on TV. What is a link? Anyways, then Leanne was supposed to do a link, and then I would then go and sing. So now the cameras are not running. It's like not live. She's busy practicing her lines, and I didn't know that. So then she was like, "Oh, hi, how are you doing?" And then I said, "I'm fine." and then, and she was practicing her lines. I only me.
That's such an
Only
innocent
me.
mistake. Like, I would have been like, oh man, you're so cute, but that was actually funny. It's
But
super
we,
funny.
we we laughed about it though. We laughed about it. And then okay, going to the best moments that I'll never forget that I'll tell my kids
That
my
actually
grandkids.
sounds like the best moments, to be honest with you.
I know it's funny moments. Um best moments for me was when I sang for the president. That was really cool.
Which
Sang
one?
for the
Which president?
president, Ramaphosa.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, I sang for him. That was really cool.
awesome.
And another one was when I shared the stage with Mikasa. That was really cool also. And when I sang at the Heart Festival,
Yeah,
yeah, that was amazing. I had the whole dancing thing. Ach, it was so cool. It was really, really cool.
yeah. And with the
Yeah.
music industry, I'm sure you've noticed some loopholes, or you probably sit and be like, I wish, in these days, like this was available or this was available because this would have made life much easier for artists. Is if you were to like build the music industry yourself, what do
Yeah.
you think is, or looking at what it is today, what do you think is missing from the music industry? What would you add to make it the ideal music industry for artists to actually learn and thrive?
Gosh. I would like have, don't know. I would like have a app.
Okay.
Yeah, like create an app where you'll have mentors, right? Mentors, it could be from South Africa, it could be wherever, but they're all artists, right? And then each artist have like a category or subcategory of things. And then you can join the app and you can like literally search, where do I go for this? And then you'll find it on there. I think
Yeah.
if every artist will just share 3 or 4 things of what they've learned in their
Yeah.
journey, it will make the next person's journey just so much easier. So
Yeah.
I'd create an app. I think that'll be cool.
Yeah, that is
That's
actually
actually a
very,
very
very
cool
cool.
idea.
I think you should throw it out there. Hey, don't just, I think, Amy's app, and you get these people involved because, like, and I agree with that, and it resonates so much with because I had an interview with Jimmy Nevis, and he also
Yeah.
said that he's learned so much in the industry, and he wishes that the knowledge that he's accumulated, that he could just send down and pass down to the young guys, the people who's trying to make it now. But obviously, we don't all have his number, don't know how to reach him, especially if you're up and coming and you just trying
Yeah.
to find. But if you had an app, that would bring you a lot closer to these people. He could be on the app, and then you could have gotten that information straight from the app from through him. So
Yeah.
that's actually dope. That's actually dope. But really, really cool.
Very
Yeah.
cool. And then you could also then go live like once a month, or even if it's just for 10 minutes, and you just share like one thing that you focus on for that month, and whoever wants to tune in could then tune in and just write notes, or I don't know. I think knowledge is power, and I think it should be shared. So
Yeah, that's dope. I like that. I really like that. All
thank
right.
you.
We're getting close to the end of the interview, but before we get there, I have another question for you. Okay.
All right.
So if you were to like do a little bit of mentoring, what would be the first few lessons that you would teach someone walking into the industry now? Now, I mean, obviously experiencing your journey, what would you
Yeah.
be like to like create like, for example, a 5-step guide? Is that too much?
Okay. No, that's not too much. Five
Yeah.
step guide. Okay.
If you had a
First.
5-step guide for someone like coming into the industry right now, what would that be
Yeah.
for them? If you were like a
Okay.
mentor, sorry.
Yeah. So my 5 steps would be: first, it would be know who you are. Okay.
Yes.
And don't let anyone else steer you away from that. So know your values. Know
Yeah.
know why you want to do what you want to do.
Hmm.
Okay, so know the why behind your reason for singing, or your reason for pursuing this music career. And that
Yes.
should be a constant question: why? And if your why doesn't add up to what you're doing now, then you should change it. Whatever
Yeah.
decision you need to make, then you change your decision or choice, or yeah. And then my second one would be: do you do what makes your heart happy within the industry. If you want to do a rap song, do the rap song. If you want to do, do what you're comfortable with doing. And three, I would say, you have a gift, and you should let that gift speak for itself, you know? So you don't need to feel pressurized to be at this party, that party, this day, this year. Then you are like, you spread so thin, you don't know where to be. So
Yeah.
let your gift speak for itself. It says that your gift will make room for you. So that will be one of my points. And then the fourth one would be, I think you should also know, like I said, the why, which is purpose. You should have like a motto, like what makes you different from me. So you have something different to bring to the party. Find that and run with it.
Yeah.
Okay. Then the last one would be is to have fun and give every minute of every moment. Just enjoy it, embrace it, and do it with passion and love, because people can see that, people feed off that, and I think you can't go wrong with those 5 points.
Awesome. Awesome. I like that. I like that. A lot of wisdom in this conversation, and a bit of singing. All
Ah,
right. So, before I ask you my last question, I have to just ask you this one, just for interest
okay.
sake, quick
Yeah.
one. Um, so, if you weren't a singer, is there any other talent or something or hobby that you actually resonate with, where you actually feel like, maybe in my past life I was actually a skydiver, because I don't know, just something about skydiving just gets me going, And if I wasn't a
Uh,
singer, I'd probably pursue that. Is there is anything like that that you feel that you also resonate so deeply with, almost kind of like in the same way as singing, where you actually feel like if I wasn't a singer, I would definitely be doing this. Is there anything like that that you resonate with?
I think if I wasn't singing, then I'd be an actor.
Lovely.
Yeah. but like not like in any like a doctor actress, like
Okay.
on Grey's Anatomy.
You want to be typecast. You're like, I only want to do the doctor or the nurse just
Exactly.
in the
Medical
hospital.
scenes and things because I really enjoy it. Gosh, I really enjoy it.
Yeah.
So that would be it. Or like a physiotherapist with fitness included, maybe. I don't know, because that's also something that I really love. The whole fitness thing and seeing the body change and what your body can do. Yeah, so those
Yeah.
maybe in between. Yeah.
Have you ever seen the series called, I think it's Code Black or Code
No,
Red?
no, I haven't seen that one.
Check it out. Check it out.
Okay.
So it's like everything. It's based in the hospital, but I think when it's a Code Black, it's like a super emergency. Like for examples, like when someone drives, no, we have an emergency, then all the doctors
Yes, yes,
rushes to the
yes.
one person. But now
Yeah.
it's like what happens is like the 4 or 5, 7 emergencies happen at the same time, so the doctors
Oh
are spread
gosh.
thin. It's like a code red kind of thing. So pressure and the different personalities, and everything, you'd probably
That's
really,
cool.
really enjoy it. I think
Okay,
it's Code
I'll
Black.
look it up.
One of the two, Code Black or Code Red. Just check it out, and
Okay.
yeah, you will really enjoy that. I was gonna
Okay.
ask you now if you watch that, because for me, my nerves is finished when I watch that, and I'm like, do you still want to be a doctor after watching that? Maybe you should watch that. I don't know, but maybe you'll love it. Maybe you'll love it. It might just inspire you. All right,
Yeah. Thank you for that.
cool, man, cool. You gave me some knowledge too. I just thought I'd give you a series. I don't know.
Thank you.
All right. It brings me down to my last question that I have for you, Amy. And this is the one that I ask all my guests.
Yeah.
And this is put you in my time machine, right? So I'm going to put you in the
Okay.
time machine right now. And I'm going to take the Amy of today, having walked the journey you've walked and know the knowledge and all the mistakes and all the achievements that you have right now. I'm going to take you
Yeah.
back to the very, very beginning when you just started out, when you realized, okay, this is something that I would like to do and take seriously. And I want to take you back to that Amy. The two of you are going to have a small conversation, but you can only give her advice. What would
Okay.
that advice?
Oh, that advice would be dream, baby girl, dream. Don't let anyone take away that which God has placed within you. Run with it. Go wild with it. Continue to smile. Continue to cry, even in the sad times, but more when you eat, when you're happy, and live life and love wherever you are very well. Yeah.
That's a beautiful message. Amy, this has been a blast. I really enjoyed myself. Did you enjoy yourself?
I did. It was so nice.
You don't have to say that. No one's watching. You don't have to say that. Did
No,
you enjoy yourself?
I really did.
I'm just
I
kidding.
really
All
did.
of us watching. Thank you so much, Amy. Like I said, it's been a really, really good time chatting to you. And yeah, it's brought us now to the end of the conversation. And is there anything else that you'd like to say before I release you?
I just want to say thank you to those who are watching. And yeah, thank you for your support. Thank you for your love. I really appreciate it. I love you. And I pray for only good health and prosperity over whoever is watching this. Yeah.
Absolutely. And we take it, yes, and so shall it
Yes.
be. And it is
Yes.
done. So thank you so much, Amy. This has really been a really lovely conversation. I enjoyed myself, and thank you for allowing to be or agreeing to be a guest on The Price of Fame. Guys, you've had Amy. I'm sure you've enjoyed the show as much as I did. So please follow on all of our social platforms if you're not already following her. I'm sure most of you are actually following her, but like and subscribe. We always need your support, guys. It means a lot when we're trying to build our brand. So keep on the following, keep on the liking, the sharing, and all of that stuff. It really means a lot. It shows us that who's out there and supporting us, and it also helps us with our brand. So thank you so much for doing that so far. We truly appreciate you. Amy, this has been a lovely time with you tonight. And like I always say to the guys, let's make the entertainment industry within South Africa the most supported by locals because local talent is liquor talent. Amy,
Yes.
thank you very much. Good night.
Thank you, Lunga. Bye.
Bye. Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. And once again, thank you for tuning in to another episode of The Price of Fame. I truly appreciate it. And I mean it when I say it really helps us. And thank you. So let's keep the support going. For those of you who don't know me, is watching us for the first time, please support me on my Facebook page. That is Lunga Tshuka, the Energizer Funny. That is Lunga Tshuka, the Energizer Funny. And you can catch me on Instagram at Lunga Tshuka. And you can also catch the Price of Fame's page on Instagram at the Price of Fame ZA. Please like, share, subscribe. If you want to watch this again, you can catch it on YouTube on my YouTube channel. But there is a channel. You can catch it on my YouTube channel. That's Lunga Tshuka. Like, share, subscribe, share it with someone, watch it again, have a joy, have a ball, and you know what. That's it for me, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Lunga Tshuka. I've been your host. Good night.